Hey there, how are you doing today? It is a bright and beautiful sunny day in San Francisco, in Marin County, where we live, and I really haven't been out today because I had a really early morning call, and that just threw me for a bit of a loop because I was down on my energy. So I just decided to stay inside today, take it easy. I had a group call, I had an individual call, so I had all kinds of things going on, and I just decided to opt for self care. But self care is not what I'm talking about today with you. Um, what I want to talk about, what want to bring to your attention is this idea of obsessively working on your past. Is that something you do? Are you someone who keeps obsessively working on your past as a way to solve all the problems that you've been carrying? I've been doing this work long enough, and I've had so many conversations with women who tell me how much work they have done. And you know what? I'm staggered. I'm staggered because I don't think I've done half as much work as many of these women who talk to me. They're constantly working on something or the other, but the underlying belief is that I need to solve my past. I need to solve the problem of my past so that I can then create a future I'm proud of. And once I'm done working on my past, then I'll be ready to think about the future and create the vision I have for my life. This seems to be a common belief. I hear this over and over again. Is that you? Can you relate to this? The past happened to you because it was created by your parents and their parents and their parents and their parents going back several generations. But the past is not a problem you have to solve. The past is a piece of you that you have to outgrow. It's like when you open your closet and you see that beautiful blue dress that you no longer fit into. You don't sit there going, why did I become the person who can't fit into this? What is wrong with this dress? How can I repair it so that I can fit into it again? You just say, I don't fit into it anymore. There are two options. I can either work out, eat right, and change the shape of my body, lose 10 pounds maybe, and try and fit back into this dress, or I can give it away. It's that easy to solve. Somehow we don't do this with our past because we are stuck to a belief that we need to keep repairing, working on, changing, and editing the past. Unfortunately, our past is not a movie that we can bring to a cutting table for editing. I really wish we could. It would be so fun to just edit out parts and scenes that we don't like, that we wish were different. But that's not true. Unfortunately, we can't treat our past like a movie on an editing table. We can't slice away portions of it we don't like. The past happened to us. But the reason why working on it tirelessly and constantly and obsessively is eating away at your peace of mind is because the past is not a problem to be solved. The past is something you just have to outgrow. You have to say, I am no longer that person who this happened to because I have better awareness today. I know more, I know better, I know that a different truth and a different reality is true for me today. So when that happens, then you stop working obsessively over your past, on your past. The past happened because your parents and their parents and their parents going back several generations brought a certain level of consciousness that they were carrying. And because that level of consciousness is what they knew, they made decisions and choices and gave you messages that made you who you became. Some of those messages were not very supportive of the person you needed to become. Some of those decisions were not right for you. They went against your grain, they went against who you wanted to be, but they came from a level of consciousness that your parents and their parents were carrying. Now, the level of consciousness you're carrying today is very, very different. You have more awareness, you've done all this work, you know better, you've read the books, you've listened to the podcasts, you've followed mentors, you've read several blog posts, you've done all of that. You know the truth. This is something I hear my clients say to me all the time when they come to me. They say, I know all this. I've heard all this before. I know every single thing. But why isn't my life improving? And the reason is because so much of your energy is focused on the past, and much less is focused on the present and on creating your future, which is from the present moment, because you create your future from this moment, not by thinking obsessively about the past and what didn't work, what wasn't good, what needed to be changed, how I wish it could have been different. That is just energy that is not very well spent. So I want you to ask yourself, am I obsessively working on my past as a way to distract myself from the future I came here to create? That's a really powerful question. Are you distracting yourself by constantly working on the past? When you take the energy that you have today and fuel it into creating a vision for your future, that is when real change begins to happen. What do you want your life to look like moving forward? Where do you want to put your energy into? What does your soul long to create? What feels like fun for you to do and have and be? When you're focused on pouring your energy and attention and time into these endeavors, that's when you begin to create your vision for the future. And when you create your vision for the future, you expand your energy. Anything that is fun for you, that is creative for you, that your soul enjoys doing, will expand your energy. And when you expand your energy, you create more energy. And when you have more energy, you feel better about yourself and better about your life. And this is how true healing happens. True healing does not happen when you focus on the past obsessively and work on it. True healing happens when you bring more energy into what is fun, what is creative and joyful for you, which expands you and brings you more of what you need. So I hope you'll think about this. I hope you will focus on the question, how am I distracting myself from what I need to create by working on my past? And the second question I'm offering you is, what would be fun for me to create and experience? What would be fun for me to create and experience? So when you get clear about these two answers, you will realize where your energy has been going and where your energy needs to go. So I hope you'll think about that and drop a comment if you have any ideas about how you've been doing, what you've been doing, and if you need more clarity, ask a question. I'm always happy to read your responses and engage with you. So I'm looking forward to reading your responses, comments, questions, anything that you have for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.